up everyone? Thank you for clicking on this video. As you may know, this will be a grocery haul. So here we have it. Let's jump inside. Alright, so here we have it. Let's just jump right into it. Here is what I'm gonna eat for the next week or so. This is pretty much consistently throughout my whole diet. So this is pretty much what I eat every fucking day. And the reason for that is, again, as I say every time, is because I freaking enjoy it. I love this food. It's so delicious. And I'm a simple man. So I'm very easy to satisfy, so that's why I'm just sticking to basic shit. So for the last weeks I have been extremely lazy with foods. I haven't had the creativity or the passion to make some really good food at home. I have just been eating crap. I have been eating pizzas, takeaways, McDonald's, you name it, whatever. But now that we're on a diet, it's time to get back to cooking and add some love to it. And it's strange, it's the diet effect, it's the shredding effect. Whenever I'm on a diet, food tastes 10 times better and my creativity with foods spikes up in the air. I feel like a master chef whenever I'm dieting because I'm making all of these sick dishes and it tastes amazing. So what we're gonna do is look at it source by source. So alright, so we're gonna start off with the carb sources. So first we have, as carb sources, we got pasta, we got macaroni, and we got regular spaghetti. Pasta is something that I very much enjoy. I eat this year round, almost every single day. But to mix it up, from time to time, I have some jasmine rice. These are a little bit higher in carbs than basmati rice, but since it's the beginning of my diet, sticking to jasmine rice. It is a lot cheaper than basmati rice. It is a lot cheaper than basmati rice as well. Next up, we got 4 of these big bags of fries. These are pretty good macros on. They are not drenched in oil, so at least now in the beginning I can make some fries, just not add some oil to it. I will just use some 0-calorie sprays. This one has, per 100 grams, it has 129 calories. It has 6.1 grams of fat, that's pretty high. 1.8 grams of protein and 16 grams of carbs. So yeah, and last but not least, last carb source that we have is some ciabatta and some bagels. We have lots of them. Bagels, I fucking love bagels. Nothing is like a good toasted bagel with some ham, lettuce, and some peppers on it. That's good, that's delicious. That was my carb sources. Next up is the protein sources. We got some Greek protein yogurt with vanilla flavor. Delicious. Good with berries and good with some whey protein in it. Then we had some kidney beans. These I'm gonna add with some lean ground beef. Make some salads, or yeah, this is a good protein source. It's not a good protein source by itself, but if I mix it in with some meat, it's a very good option. And then it's my main brekkie protein source is egg whites. Egg whites omelets are a huge staple in my diet. And I can also mix these egg whites with my protein shakes or put some of it in my oats. So this is a good way to add extra protein in your meals if they don't have that much in it, because this is pretty much proteins only. So yeah, this is a good one. This is from Body Lab. Next up we have some ham. This is not the best macros on it, but since it's the beginning, we can manage it. We can fit it into my diet. This I'm gonna combine with the bagels and with the ciabatta. So moving on to the berries and the veggies. Strawberries, blueberries, I use them either in my oats or in my smoothies. Some apples for my oats. And we got some peppers. I already have onion, so I didn't include it in here. We have lots of onion in the fridge. So yeah, we got some frozen spinach. So that's it for my veggies and my fruits. Not a lot of variety, but this is consistent throughout my days, and I always try to incorporate some fruits and some veggies into each meal that I eat. So moving over to some fat sources, we got peanut butter and some peanuts for some healthy fat. Often time to time, whenever I'm eating a lot of chicken and rice on my diet and some yogurts, there are not a lot of fat in the diet, and that is something I have struggled with in the past to have. I have seen my diets go too low on fat, so that's why I have peanut butter and some peanuts to incorporate here. You avocado lovers can incorporate that into your diet. Sorry to say it, but I'm not the biggest fan of avocado. I think it's good, but peanut butter is better. So next up is sauces and spices. We got some pasta sauce. When calories become lower, these will not exist in my diet anymore, but now in the beginning it can. And my big love is these taco spices. I freaking love them. They are cheap, and I don't even use half of the package even, because these are pretty strong in flavor, so if you just are careful with seasoning, you don't even have to track it. Every spice that you are consistent with, you don't even have to track. Thousand Island topping, these are also very low in calories if I'm just very careful with seasoning. I don't have to drench the whole plate in them. If I'm just careful, I don't even have to track it. They are so low in calories. So moving over to the little bit fun, fitness, foodie kind of stuff. So we have a shitload of protein bars. These are very convenient because you can just grab one on the go. You don't have to prep anything. And it's a small good snack to have in between my meals, so that I like to have. And these are very good. These are from Barbells. No, I'm not sponsored. So yeah. Also have these two applied protein bars that I just cannot wait to taste. I haven't tasted them before. Cooking spray, you can use regular olive oil or butter, but you have to track it in. These are 0 calorie sprays, so I don't track them. These are very good to have in hand. One is just regular olive oil flavor, and the other one is with garlic flavor. I like them both. Gonna use them both. So moving over to some toppings that I will use into my oats or my rice cakes. 0 caramel syrup, chocolate syrup, and another brand of 0 calorie syrup. These are fantastic, good to have, and it's very good to have for all of you sugar sweet tooths. These will definitely kill your cravings. Next up we have these 0 flavor drops. This works as a 0 calorie flavor. This one is vanilla, and I will add it to my oats or to my smoothies to add flavor without adding some calories. Last but not least, it's this delicious proteinella, and this one is pretty high in calories, so you have to be careful with it. It is higher in protein than regular chocolate spread, but you have to be careful with this one for Body Lab. You don't have to drench your whole Rice Krispie with it. But yeah, it is good. It is from Body Lab. So yeah, and there we have it. This is my staple of my diet. I will eat this almost every single day. So some of these things. But what items I didn't buy, which I have already, is oats, rice cakes, onions, and of course whey protein, which is pretty much everything I eat. Nothing more, nothing less. A good thing to do while setting up your diet is to do what I did, is source it source by source in protein sources, carb sources, fat sources, fruits and veggies, and then spices and toppings. And then you can just mix and match your meals as you go, how you want it. And that way you can you have structure in your diet, and you can make it a lot more interesting and a lot more taste. So the way I set up my meals is that they are so-called complete meals, and that means that they have all of these sources that I just mentioned in one meal. So every single meal have a protein source, carb source, veggies or fruits, a seasoning or a topping. Yeah. And on the side note, you don't have to do it like this. It's just easier for me, and I think it's easier for most people to set it up like this. It makes it much more convenient, tastier, and you can mix and match as you go. But in the end, it is the total macronutrient intake that matters. So if you want to eat whatever, whenever you want, you can do it. It doesn't matter. You can eat all your protein sources. You can eat all your carb sources in the evening. You can eat all your fat sources in the morning. Doesn't matter. You can mix and match however you want. It is the total macronutrient intake during the day, during the week, during the month that matters. But what I always recommend to do is to put some effort into cooking. I recommend it to myself, and I recommend it to all of my clients to do this. Use some spices on your food. Learn how to cook better. Learn to make things taste better, and it will just make your diet much more tastier. And a tastier diet is a diet that is easier to stick to, and an easier to stick to diet is an overall better diet. And as we lower the calories, the volume of the foods will go up. So as you see here, there are a lot of voluminous food, some not, but most of it are pretty high in volume if you combine them properly. A good tip is to pick the foods that are high in volume so that you're more full. So that's a good tip for when your calories are dropping. And another thing is, when you're shopping, look at the labels. Peanut butter is not peanut butter. Compare the different brands and look at which one has the better macros. So a good lookout that I do is that I pick the option that has higher protein, lower fat, because in my diet I like to keep protein pretty high, and I like to get fat from other fat sources like peanut butter and peanuts. So then I want to find the food options on other foods that are lower in fat. For instance, you don't want to pick the oatmeal with the most fat in it, because you want to have fats from other things, not from oatmeal. Source by source. Compare the volume of the product compared to the overall calories and overall main source that it is. So if it's a peanut, look at it per 100 grams and compare it how much fat in it and how much calorie it is for your calories. And I am doing flexible dieting, so which means that I can pretty much eat whatever I want, but I highly advocate to stick to mainly whole foods, which are these foods right here. These are mainly whole foods. I will highly advocate to eat 70 to 80% whole foods, because whole foods is better for overall performance and health, because they are a lot more dense in nutrients and they are higher in volume than processed foods, so that they will fill you up more and you will be more satisfied after your meal. If hunger is a big problem on your diet, this is different for each person. Some crave something and some crave other things. And the last tip I got for you is that macros is that what counts for fat loss, but macronutrients, it's super important for overall health, so don't neglect them. Alright, that is pretty much my diet. So I want to thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content, and so don't neglect them. I'm gonna start it off with a back workout. Best day of the week, back workout and back and bicep. And we're gonna start off with 1 scoop of this pre-workout. Mix it up with some water, and then we're gonna smash it. Let's go.